if it's bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kinda patient, cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, 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 grow your coins.
I did it again. I'm so glad that you guys are paying attention. You switching back and forth between all this stuff sometimes gets a little confusing. I need a director. That's what I need. Microphone check. Side one, B is mute, like, I don't know. Need some help. There we go. So anyway, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I appreciate it. I've been so busy, and, I tell you what, it's like, I got to be honest with you guys. I've got so many ICO companies contacting me wanting reviews, and it's like, with everything going on, being sick and like finally feeling better. And it's like, I've had this list of ICOs that I wanted to cover. And, I know it's like a lot of people, they see these paid reviews and they're like, they see the paid review pop up and they're like, oh, he's such a sellout. And it's like, whatever, man, like, pay attention. That's all I can tell you. Pay attention to some of these ICOs, and like the ones that I flat out say I am all about. Just keep an eye on them. Don't throw any money at them. Just keep an eye on them. If you doubt what I'm saying in these reviews, just sit back and chill and just keep an eye on them. And I assure you, I will be there to let you know what you missed. I mean, that's really all I can really tell you. Don't be fooled by the fact that these are paid reviews. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. It's just lately I've been getting so many more companies that I like that I don't have to go in and review companies that I don't like. Like, there's some I like more than others, of course, but for the most part, I'm calling it how I see it. So, take it for what it is. I'm one of the few YouTubers with a following over 15,000 people that actually discloses the fact that I'm getting paid to review half of this shit anyway. So, take it for what it is. And honestly, I just kind of want to hang out and be like, what's up? I mean, I've got some stuff that I want to talk about, but, wait, are you still not getting audio? Is there still no audio? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me clearly. I don't know how long the delay is tonight. It's all good. Audio works. All right, cool. Thank you. So, looking at the market before we get into some other stuff, it's really interesting to see what's happening. It looks like Cardano was starting to go up a bit, and, everything was kind of on its way up. Market cap's back down to 457. I mean, it's just kind of, you sound as monstrous as usual. So, I don't really know what's going on, honestly. I just feel like people are kind of just swing trading. I think people are riding it up. It gets close to 12. They're taking profits, expecting another dip. You've got these TA guys who, there's so many conflicting kind of scenarios when you look at the TA guys anymore. I don't even really pay much attention lately. I'm just kind of letting things play out. I'm crowing my coins. I'm not trying to play any swings. I'm just hanging tight. So first thing I want to talk about, Cardano's killing me. I get people, they're like, oh, Cardano, you said Cardano was going to hit 100. I want Cardano to hit 100. I believe it could possibly hit 100 at some point. At the rate things are going right now, I think that I feel like the majority of the growth that happens in the market this year is going to happen in the later 6 months of the year. That's what I think. I think everything that's going on right now, it's just a lot of people touching their feet in the water. I think a lot of people are scared because there's so many newcomers to the crypto sphere that entered the space right before a big crash, and they're all like once bit, twice shy. They don't understand it, and they haven't paid attention to the patterns. A lot of people are just kind of buying into the hype train, and a lot of people, I feel, got burned in a lot of this, in this big crash. When Bitcoin hit 20 grand, people were so excited, and they just watched it all fade away. And, when Bitcoin hit 20 grand, keep in mind, there are a lot of people that bought in at 20 grand thinking it was going to get to 30, 40, 50. At the rate it was growing, there was no stopping it, right? And so a lot of these people are like, they're still licking their wounds, and I feel like it's just, I don't know, back in early February, I talked about how the market would start coming back and things would start turning around the 14th, 15th, 16th, and around there. And it's exactly what happened. And things have gone up quite a bit. We were at a low of $6,000 when I was talking about that. And we've almost doubled that since then. It's only been 30 days, folks. So, I think things are going in the right direction. And if you look at the grand scheme of things, we're looking at a very strong uptrend. But, well, as far as Bitcoin's concerned anyway, a lot of the alts are still kind of taking a poo-poo because Bitcoin's been, accumulating some volume and so forth. So, seems like it is delayed live. Yeah, it is delayed. YouTube does that. I don't know exactly why. I think it's maybe to help the internet signal. But the good thing is that I'm looking at it and I've got 1.6% in dropped frames, which, all the technical issues that I've been having since yesterday really drove me nuts. And it basically cut my ability to have my interview this morning with Alex Mashinsky. And, I am super pumped. I think we're going to do that Wednesday. We're going to do it Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time instead. And they were very cool. And, they could have got real crappy with me, but instead they were like, you know what? We love you. Did a great job. We love everything. We're looking forward to the interview. And then I got another email today from a marketing representative, the guy who I guess the co-founder of LinkedIn is getting ready to launch an ICO of his own, and he wants me to interview him as well coming up. So I'm actually kind of interested in that. And so I'll keep you guys posted on that. And like I said, I don't have any strong agenda. I have a few things that I'm going to discuss with you guys, but ultimately I'm just seeing what's going on in your lives. Any questions you've got, I'll look up some stuff and see what we can do tonight. I'm really just kind of hanging out, and I feel like it's been forever. Today's going to be a record. Between the number of videos that I did today, just trying to play catch up. And I really want to get back into the swing of things, like as far as Profit Trailer and all that. And speaking of Profit Trailer, I was running, let me bring up Coinigy because I think that's going to help with some of this stuff. So as far as Profit Trailer is concerned, a lot of people are asking, like, how are the new settings working and what's going on? What are you doing? What settings are you using and so forth? And, like right now with Bitcoin, I'd be using a low BB setting probably for Profit Trailer. But here's the thing. I really am missing my EMA spread. That is the strategy that I'm the most comfortable with. It's obviously made me the most money. And I'm trying to experiment with different things. I haven't even looked at my bot in 3 days. So I don't even really know what it's done. What's this? So I finally hit my goal of 1 million coins of carVertical. Am I popping the good champagne December 31st, 2018? I don't own any carVertical, to be quite honest with you, but I've been hearing so much about it, but I haven't bought into it. And honestly, I haven't even researched it much, but maybe here in a little bit, we'll take a look. That's kind of what I want to do tonight. I want to help you guys answer some questions and just take a look at some of this stuff. So let me talk about this for a little bit, and then maybe we'll take a look at carVertical and see what it's all about. He froze. Who froze? Let's see. Getting started with the lease signups. Need the Profit Trailer course you were talking about. Yeah, I do want to do this profit trailer course. But like I said, I don't think I'm going to do it as a paid Udemy course. I think I owe it to everybody that's been purchasing profit trailer to try and really break things down as best I can and just do it on YouTube. I really do. It's like, look, a lot of you guys support the fact that I do my ICO reviews. You guys know this is pretty much what I do for a living now. And, I want to continue just kind of sharing the wealth, sharing the knowledge and so forth. So I'm just going to give that to you guys. It's just a matter of me getting caught up with things and really trying to structure my time so that I can really start, breaking this stuff down in kind of a course-like way in videos on YouTube. So I am going to get to that. I am going to be doing that. ICOs are where it's at. Honestly, there's some really good stuff popping off in the ICO market, man. I mean, there really is. There's a lot of really interesting projects. And, there are a lot of projects out there that maybe I don't want to invest in personally for whatever reason. Or there are projects that I do want to invest in, but maybe a little bit here and there just to show some love and support for that for that sector of the market. But there's some really big stuff going on too. I mean, I was just looking in, some people were talking about the BCT and that ICO review that I did. Man, their Telegram channel is like doubled. They're like almost 18,000 people in their Telegram channel. So if you think for a second that I was paid to promote some crap and that I was promoting crap, there are 18,000 people in that Telegram that disagree with you. And I'm telling you, like, when I'm doing these reviews, like, you can think what you want just because I'm getting paid, but I'm telling you, you're crazy if you don't at the very least do your own research. Don't take my word for shit. Do your own research, but don't assume that just because I'm being paid to talk about something that it's garbage. That Udemy course was helpful as a beginner. Yeah, that's all that first Udemy course was, man. I mean, it was just to kind of get everybody acclimated to what crypto is, the different things that you can do with it, what kind of stuff's out there. So anyway, talking about profit trailer, and you're talking about settings. If you run a Bollinger Band, indicator, and you kind of see here what's happening, right? Like, as far as this is just Bitcoin. Obviously, a low Bollinger Band right around here. Let's put this on a 5-minute, because that's typically what the timing that I like to trade on is, like a 5-minute chart. We're gonna have to zoom in here quite a bit. So on a 5-minute chart, this doesn't look bad, actually, right? So if we're making quick trades, a low Bollinger Band setting's probably not going to do so hot. Now, it would have bought in down here with my current settings. Ooh, we're getting a big spike. It's a real-time spike right there, folks. Let's see what happens. But it would have bought down here. Wow, this went all the way down. Okay, so that was 11,163. So, my Bollinger Band or my low BB settings on Profit Trailer right now would have bought right about here. Actually, it would have bought right about here. And then as soon as it would have bought, it would have rode this up and it would have trailed it all the way up to here, and then it would have probably sold right there. So you would have done pretty well with a low BB settings with Bitcoin, or at least my settings, the way they're set up right now. However, on the flip side, you wouldn't have made any other buys since then. So it's kind of slow, but you would have made a pretty nice gain on this, right? So, but right now, I mean, look at where we're at. I mean, Bitcoin's getting a spike, pretty hard spike. Look at this. People are buying that hard dip, man. So I don't know. We'll see where we end up by the end of the night, but it took a pretty big dip. Oh, there it goes. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling a little bit. Sorry. Looking at all that. So, when I'm looking at the charts, if you want to get an idea as to what settings you should be using in your profit trailer bot right now, just look at the market. Look at the coins. Look at what they're doing. Figure out, okay, well, my what's the word my indicator settings are based off of, 5-minute, 10-minute, 12-minute, whatever the chart, your settings are set for. And then look at the charts, look at Coinigy or look at TradingView and get an idea. Is a low BB setting, like right now, that stock low BB Ethereum set that I just gave everybody, that's basically set at a -1, right? So you're not going to buy anything until it comes all the way down here. Now, if you want to set it and change that number, maybe you're looking at the number of trade activity that's going on this 5-minute chart, and you're like, man, if I were up here a bit, then maybe my bot would be making more trades and I'd be able to ride these up. then just change it. Change that -1 to a 20. And then, about 20% in, about 20% above the zero line, 20% above, that's where you're going to start making your trades instead. So that's it. And then it'll trail it up. If it starts to go up, it'll trail it up, and then it'll sell on the first dip. And that dip is going to be, this is what your trailing the profit trailer, that's what the trailing is, because it's going to ride this trend up, and it's going to continue to ride it and keep going up and keep going up. But when it drops down, like the 0.15 or whatever your trailing factor is set for, at that point, when the price dips that much, that's when the bot puts in a sell order and you make your profit. That's how this stuff works. Now, on an EMA spread, which is my favorite, that's making purchases when these indicators are crossing over each other, and it's basically riding the ups and downs. That to me is the most active, because it's the most, I feel like it has the most possibility to make buys and sells. And so that's one of the reasons why I love the EMA spread. And then you've got the high BB, which is the complete opposite of low BB. So if the market tends to trend up here, like, this went all the way up here, then it would be making more buys. So you got to kind of look at the market and say, all right, well, let's look at Bittrex, because that's basically what I'm using. Like down here, the low BB setting that I have, like stock that I gave out, it wouldn't be making any buys right now. I gave that to you guys as a baseline setting. I want you to go in and I want you to learn, like, hey, this is, if I want the most buys, like I would have gotten some buys in here if my bot was set to maybe a 15% low BB. Is this making sense to you guys sitting in chat? What's up, folks? Cool. Yeah, it's a slow night tonight. There are more people coming in, but yeah. So, hopefully this is going to help you guys. When you're here's the thing. Profit trailer is just not a set it and forget it kind of thing. You know what I mean? When the entire market ends up on an uptrend, you want to make sure you're either using like a high BB setting or EMA spread, even potentially EMA gain. I've never used the EMA gain strategy yet, but I'm probably going to be experimenting with that so that I can explain a little bit more about that and find out, if it's worth using. So, low BB trailing started, setting original trigger. Cool. No, but keep going. Do I know anything about Crypto Hopper? Yeah, I've talked about that now in a few different videos. You guys are slacking. I don't think you guys are watching me anymore. I think I don't know, man. Maybe I'm doing too many ICO reviews. You guys aren't digging it. So, too new for me to fully understand, but eventually I will. That's okay, man. You just got to plug away. You got to keep grinding it out. Read the wiki. I've read that wiki quite a few times, and I still don't remember every little detail, to be quite frank with you. Crypto Hopper, look, I have not used Crypto Hopper. I know I was giving one dude a hard time recently because I said his video looked like an infomercial, and he was probably a little bothered by that. He did kind of a rebuttal video, and he gave me like some big eyes, and I don't know, it was funny, but he wasn't really malicious. He was just kind of like, Crow, I'm a fan, and you kind of hurt me a little bit because you said that, I said this and I said that. I'm like, you know what, dude, you took that ribbing, and it's all good. He likes Crypto Hopper. I was under the impression, based on the video, that he was basically saying, I'm done with Profit Trailer, I'm going to Crypto Hopper instead. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, from what I'm seeing isn't making enough sense. Like, why would you be making that decision is basically what I was trying to say. And apparently I had it a little wrong, and or I just didn't really quite understand what he was trying to get across. But regardless, he was cool about it, and I was like, it's all good. But I looked at Crypto Hopper before, and I just wasn't impressed. Like, I feel like early on when I first started getting into the bot trading stuff, it's like everything looked to be a cash grab, hardcore, man. Like all these monthly subscriptions, and every add-on that you want is another monthly subscription. And before long, you could be spending $150, $200 a month. And like right now, you can basically buy a profit trailer for a few $100. I'm pretty sure. I haven't figured out exactly what 0.03 Bitcoin is right now, but I mean, it's not a whole hell of a lot. And then you own it for life. And I've already proven and demonstrated many times over, as well as all the comments and everybody else talking about how much money that profit trailers made them. It's obvious it makes money. Is it going to make you money every day of the year? No, it's not. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to watch it. You're going to have to keep your eye on it. And, you know, when the market is like it is now, you know, and everything takes a dip. I mean, like right now, I'm guessing that because a lot of these altcoins have taken a little bit of a dip, including Bitcoin at a certain point, I'm sure that some of you guys are probably getting rid of some of the bags you've been holding for a little while. That's my guess. And that's just how it is. And, you know, what really ruins it for a lot of people, I think, is when you get these lazy newcomers who don't want to do any research. They just want to watch a video. They go pick up Profit Trailer. You know, they're running a random setting that somebody said was cool. The market changes. They don't make any money. And then they're back on the internet talking about how they blew their money on Profit Trailer and it didn't do shit for them. And that's the stuff that bothers me. And because I know that it can make money. Now, granted, can you short crypto with Profit Trailer? No, you can't short. You know, and it's not limited. I mean, it is limited, like in a sense, Profit Trailer is limited because there are some things that you can't do, some strategies and so forth. And without Feeder, you're not able to really change your settings on a fly. Where like Feeder changes your settings every 3 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's based off of what the market trend is. But, you know, when people see some of my videos and they see I'm doing 100 trades in a day, and I've had days where I did 100 trades in a single day, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to start toying with some of my old original settings and kind of go back to that. I'm going to stop using the, because I feel like in some sense, the percentage of my budget settings, I miss out on buys because there's not enough volume to make a buy. Like there's not enough for my budget to actually make a purchase. Whereas my old settings, I could buy, you know, $50 worth of a coin or $20 worth of a coin. If the bot finds it, it's going to buy it. And I was making a lot of trades, and it was cumulatively over the course of a day, I was making significantly more money than I have been with recent settings. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, a lot of people say, hey, what are your newest settings? What are your new? And I feel pressured to release something, but I don't like releasing new settings until I know they're going to make a lot of money. I got to admit, Crow, you do look a bit Amish now that you have shaved. Trust me, this was not, I don't know if you guys watched my earlier video. This was not on purpose. This is not me trying to make a fashion statement, folks. This is me using the wrong attachment and buzzing myself on my lip and then having to basically shave it all. Otherwise, I would have looked like some crazy drug dealer or something, trying to be cool. Like, you know, getting lines all up in my grill and all, you know. So, yeah, I know I look Amish. I'm getting out of crypto. I'm investing in a new furniture-making ICO. Actually, the Amish people are great, man, because when I grew up, my mom pretty much raised me on flea markets. And I grew up in Canton, Ohio. And close to Canton was a place called Hartville. I don't know if any of you guys are from out in that area, but Hartville is basically this huge flea market. And my mom would go to garage sales on like Saturday mornings, wake up at the crack of dawn, 6 a.m. And you look younger. I think it looks good. Thanks, Rob. That's funny. And Amish Crow, you look younger without the soup strainer. So yeah, I would probably look like a bit of a baby face if I shaved right now. But for as big as I am, I don't like it. And my face is too fat. I'm not chiseled at all anymore. I used to look really good, but so anyway, yeah, Hartville, man. It's like these Amish, like they're oil rigs all over the place. I'm pretty sure they were for oil. And, you know, my mom would go to a garage sale and buy something for 60 cents, and then she'd go sell it for $60 at the flea market, you know, the following weekend or whatever, and shave it all off. No. You look like the drummer of a shitty-ass 2004 alt-rock band. Man, you got me all figured out. So anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be diving deeper into Profit Trailer and doing some more big videos on this stuff here real soon. Hopefully you guys like it and it helps you guys make some money. I think that now is definitely the time. especially because it's been a little while since I've done some significant profit trailer videos. And screw the trailer, haha, just buy a solid alt. Profit trailer is a black box system, and systems always break down or go flat. I don't know what that even means. I dig the new beard. That's funny. All right, so now I've had something else that's been brought to my attention recently that I'm going to share with you guys. And at first, it scared the hell out of me. Like as an avid profit trailer user, as somebody who originally built my channel from profit trailer, showing people how to use it, how to make money from it. And hey, Russell. So this was brought to my attention recently, and I'm going to say this. Technically, you could say that they have paid me to talk about it, but if you are in my Telegram channel, you'll understand the full story, okay? And I'm going to explain it to you here. I am not reviewing this ICO, okay? But somebody brought this to me and basically said, hey, there's a new crypto bot that runs in a cloud, and it allows you to short cryptocurrencies as well as everything else. What do you think about it? And I thought, I've never heard of it. What is it? So I went to the site and I started looking at this thing. And reduce risk, steady returns, autonomous. It's basically, powered by humans and AI, stress-free investing, auto strategy correction, withdrawal anytime, no fees and no commissions, investment gains. Okay? Purchase drops with crypto. Our system runs on drop tokens. You can purchase them using many supported cryptocurrencies. Investor drops. Choose your risk level, then let our intelligent DEX system invest your drops for you. Auto reinvest or cash out. You are always in control of your returns. Now, at first glance, it sounds kind of like a lending platform, right? But they have shown videos of this bot in action. Now, I'm going to see if I can find those. I can't remember where I pulled those up before. Now, here's the thing. Where are the... Wait, is that a YouTube? Maybe they're on YouTube. So, I was watching these videos. Yeah, here's one. 4,316 subscribers already. That's not too shabby.
Hi, my name is...
All right. So... this is these guys showing the DEX tracker and the recent trades. So they're showing the recent trades that come down here. At first I was freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, is this like profit trailer on steroids? And I was looking into it more and more, and I was reading through everything because I was genuinely very interested, but very nervous at the same time. Like, is this some bullshit? Okay. And so I sent them an email and I said, hey, I wonder if I could I don't know if I can pull it up, but I could probably read it. I copied and pasted the email that I sent them in Telegram, and I pasted some of their responses. In a nutshell, I basically said, hey, I'm the Crypto Crow on YouTube. I'm an avid profit trailer user, and people have been bringing this to my attention, asking me what I thought about it. And, I'm interested in learning more or testing the platform. And if I can test it and see that it works and that it's a legitimate bot, I would be happy to promote it, but I have no interest in giving you any money to test it with. And I basically said, look, if you want to supply me with some coinage, I'm more than happy to test things out and report my findings. And I said, but no, and I put in the email, I said, but no, if I find your bot and what you're doing at all shady in any way, I will be the first to be the loudest whistleblower on it, right? Within 5 minutes, they sent me an email back, and they basically said, look, we're very well aware of who you are. Thank you for reaching out. We would love to have you try out our system. Give us an email address, set up an account, and we're happy to load your account with some tokens. They gave me a Bitcoin worth of these drop tokens, okay? I can't do anything with them. I can't test this platform out yet because it hasn't launched. So I don't know if this is worth a shit or not, to be quite frankly. And when I reached out to them, I didn't say like, hey, give me a Bitcoin and tokens and I'll review you. I basically said, give me some money to play. This is what I would be trading with. I want to see if it's worth it. I want to use the system, and then I'll report on what I find when I use it. So that's basically where I'm at with this right now. I'm going to try it out. When this is all done, I'm not even going to say like anybody should buy into this or try it, because honestly, I'm skeptical as hell until it's proven to me that it's actually the way it works. Is you basically buy these drop tokens and it invests into like this bot. But I said, hey, is this going to be something that I am going to control? Or am I just putting my money into it and you guys are doing your thing and then I can withdraw anytime I want? And like, am I going to be able to, at the very least, see what the activity is? And their response to that was basically no. Like, they don't want people watching everything that's going on with the bot in fear of losing, how did they word it? Basically, what's the word am I looking for? Proprietary algorithms. They don't want people to basically crack their system and figure out how they're doing what they're doing, and ultimately, I guess, redo it or start competing with them or whatever. Which, if it's legit, I get that, right? Like, nobody would want to. I think in the grand scheme of things, even if this turns out to be pretty solid, which I don't know that it is at all. I'm not endorsing this. I am not endorsing Dropil, okay? Until I've had the opportunity to use it, and I want proof. I want proof. I'm going to require some sort of backdoor access to something to see that this is all real, okay? So I'm sure at some point these Dropil guys are going to watch this, and they're going to see me saying this. Like, I'm going to need more than like a YouTube video showing a bunch of trades. I need to see that this is legit. All right. Because if I can't control it, if I can't control my deposits, I can't control what's happening. I'm not controlling the settings. I'm not controlling anything. I'm just basically throwing my money into a cloud and just looking at gains without having a clue how those gains are made. That's what BitConnect did. Now, mind you, I'm not calling this BitConnect. So here's the thing. Okay. You guys need to fix your website. I'll tell you that. Where is the team? Like, I was looking at they have a team and everything. Like, these guys aren't hiding from anybody. Here they are. They've got a full team. It's like, this is starting to look like a review, but I'm just basically showing you guys, like, these guys have legitimate people that are involved. They're not hiding. This isn't like a big Ponzi ploy or anything like that. I don't believe that's the case. What I don't know is like how legitimate the bot is and how profitable it is and overall how the entire system is going to work. So I'll let you guys know, once I know. So hopefully that was a little helpful. Pyramid scheme. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to call it a pyramid scheme. I'm not calling it any of that, but I don't know what it is. So we're going to leave that there. All right. Let's see. What are the comments on that? Crawling in my skin. All right. Are the tokens on the exchange yet? No, I don't think so. Feel good comeback hit of the end of the summer. Been following 2 weeks. Thanks for educating me. Would love to learn a bit more on predictions with charts. Buying PT tomorrow. What are airdrops? Cool. Have fun with Profit Trailer. As far as like teaching like predictions, I don't really. I'm probably the last guy to teach anybody technical analysis right now. I'm still learning myself. I'm a student as much as I am a teacher. Every day I'm learning something new, and I try to share the new things that I learn that I find valuable. But I'm not even going to attempt to try and teach anybody how to predict what's going on in the market. Not using charts anyway. But as far as airdrops are basically things that hackers use to scam people. No, I'm kidding. Well, it's partially true. Airdrops are basically when, like if it's an ICO airdrop, or, if OneCoin's trying to get publicity, they'll say anybody that has coins in, let's say Neo, for example, they'll say anybody with a Neo wallet that's active, we're going to airdrop our new token, and we'll give you, 5 of our tokens for every one Neo that you already own, that kind of thing. But I will tell you right now, any airdrops that require your private key is a scam that wants to wipe your wallet out. All right. Never, ever, 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 under any circumstances whatsoever, give your private key to anybody. Hey, Jason, why is it that when I buy BNB manually, it shows up in the DCA log, but when I buy TRX manually, it shows up in the dust log? I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. It may have something to do with how much you're buying. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, carVertical. That's right. All right. Let me take a look here. Oh, and here's one thing. So I'm going to make this little rant. PayPal files patent for expedited virtual currency transaction system. The system will reportedly allow for instantaneous transactions between buyers and sellers. Overall, it looks like PayPal wants to get in the cryptocurrency business. Why do I have a problem with that? Because PayPal seized my account this afternoon with $30,000 in it. Because they suspect that I'm related to cryptocurrency, which they consider a high-risk industry. I shouldn't say they seized it. I'm sorry. They limited my account, and they basically decided that it was up to them to hold my money for 180 days for really no reason at all. So PayPal, you can suck it, okay? And the fact that you can profit off of, and you have plans to profit off of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. However, it gives you somehow a right to limit people's accounts and ultimately hold their funds back from them because it may have something to do with cryptocurrency. That's a load of shit. And I can't wait for you, Trust, to kick your ass. And when they do release my funds, they better release my funds with interest. And I'm going to be making a big stink out of this. I'll talk about PayPal every day until we get this resolved, because the fact that they can just kind of run through, because basically what they're saying, they gave me a list of like 5 different things that could be the reason why we wanted to part ways. That's what their email said to me. First, they canceled my prepaid debit card for no reason at all in one email. Then in the following email, they basically said, due to changes in your account and your potential business model, we've decided it's time for us to part ways. Reasons for this are, one of them was like, cryptocurrency ICOs or whatever, basically saying you can't use PayPal for an ICO. I'm like, well, I've never used PayPal for an ICO, so scratch that. Then the other one was basically saying that due to my historical deposit history, that the recent deposits look, I made a lot of money off of Udemy, and I make money, right, from different services and such, some of which have paid me through PayPal. Apparently, you're not allowed to make, you either have to stay broke on PayPal or not use it, is basically what they want. So if you have a big deposit come in a couple times in a couple months, they're just going to keep it. I don't know why, just because I guess they can, because they're such a big, greedy shit company that they look at it like, look, we can do whatever we want to you, and what are you going to do about it? We don't really have to give you any responses. Call our tech support, call our help support. Well, they're just going to tell you, well, we'll escalate this in an email and somebody will get back to you sometime. And, it's the most ridiculous. I'm furious at PayPal right now. I think it should be fraudulent that they can just basically seize money for any period of time with really no explanation. I don't give a shit that you give me a list of 5 potential issues. The only issue that pertained to me directly was the fact that I had a couple big deposits. Big deal. What if I sold a fucking car? Like, it's not your business. So, I don't know who these jokers are in their review board, but they should all be fired, because when you're ultimately, by seizing that money and stopping me from accessing it, you're ultimately harming my livelihood. And that's something that obviously I take very seriously. So, if you want to basically seize my money, if you do not return it, because as of right now, you have taken my money, and until you've returned it, you're a thief. And if you keep it for 180 days and you don't return it at interest, you're still a thief. And that's it. I don't care. I mean, I cannot wait until the blockchain I like Utrust and other companies that are looking to compete with PayPal. I can't wait. I hope they wipe the floor with PayPal. And look, and I know what PayPal's doing. I get it. Basically, back when President Obama was president, there were people on his staff that created something called, what was it called? The choke point, Operation Choke Point, something to that effect. And, you know, basically they're saying that anybody that is processing, so basically any banks that are processing what could be considered, immoral, distasteful, anything like adult, anything adult related, gambling related, basically any of the world's vices that are processed in any financial transactions, though we can't create a law restricting you from processing these transactions, we're going to tell you that ultimately we're going to start auditing you a lot more, right? And so everybody basically started, freaking out and basically saying, well, we don't want all the hassle, so we're just going to start limiting things. Well, I don't even think Operation Choke Point's a thing anymore. I think it's been canceled based off what I've been told. However, companies like PayPal are still using this as a review system. I don't know. I'm so appalled that they're basically just taking my money. I mean, 30 grand is a lot of money to just keep for no reason, like literally no reason at all. And it's like, I file my taxes every year and I file all my PayPal. Like I print out, I do everything legal. Like everything I do is by the frickin' book. There's no excuse for PayPal taking and seizing my money. That's all there is to it. Yeah, it's companies like this that do things like this that just make me love the crypto sphere. It just makes me love don't worry, it's over for PayPal. I sure hope so. I mean, they're basically talking about keeping my money for 6 months, and then they'll give me options for withdrawing it. Are you kidding me? You're going to give me options to withdraw my own money that I'm keeping? Like, deep breaths. Yeah. All right. So anyway, PayPal, I hope you get the shit kicked out of you by Utrust and everybody else in your sector. I really do. So, couple things I want to ask you guys about. There are 2 ICOs that have reached out to me recently, both of which are some sort of they're exchanges of some kind, right? So this one's Local Coin Swap, and this one's Exenium. All right. Now, I have not accepted anything from either of these guys. I haven't agreed to anything. I haven't agreed to do anything. But I figured I would bring this to you because I'm very interested in finding out what you guys think about it. Like, what do you guys think I should do? So basically, both of these ICOs have reached out to me recently, wanting me to be like an ambassador, like a regional ambassador for them, driving users, helping ICOs get set up and established on these exchanges. Now, this exchange, Exenium, everything that they do is on like messenger apps, Telegram, things like that, where you're actually going to be able to go in and let's see. I know there were some video. I'm just going to try and show some simple examples. Here, how to create a buy order. So I'm not gonna keep the volume up on this or anything, but I just want to show you. But basically, it's a Telegram bot. Like one of the ways this exchange works is on Telegram as kind of a bot. And you dial into the bot and you do all of your trading right there in Telegram. Now, I think it's pretty slick, but it's so new to me and it's such a different thing and it's such a different way of doing things that I gotta admit, like I'm a little kind of like, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. It's like, is this something that you guys would take an interest in? Is this something that you find valuable? Is this something that you feel is safe and secure? Like, I don't know yet if I really want to be a part of it. And I got to be honest with you. But this is going to run on like everything. I'm pretty sure, like a bunch of different messenger platforms. Now this one, local coin swap, the only exchange which distributes 100% of profits back to its users. Time to pre-sale, all that. I mean, these are both active, but it's like I don't understand the local coin swap thing. Like, this is another exchange type platform. You've got a marketplace, and it sounds almost like it's a peer-to-peer kind of exchange. Like, I haven't read too deeply into either of these. I find them both very different. They're not your typical kind of exchange platforms. And so I figured I would let you guys kind of tell me, like, you know, if you don't mind, I want you guys to help me a little bit. Look these up. Go to their websites. Check them out. Give me your thoughts in the comments of this video when it publishes, when we're not live, because none of this chat sticks, obviously. But I'm definitely interested in finding out what you guys think about them. All right. So that is that. I'll leave that for now. I'm so pissed about PayPal. I can't believe how bad I can't believe they're pulling this stuff on me. So anyway, all right. carVertical. Okay. 1 Ethereum equals 240,000 carVertical. Soft cap, 3,000 ETH. They're out of Estonia. carVertical is a blockchain-based vehicle history registry. We collect large quantity of information from a lot of different trusted sources, organize it in the form of records, and store it in the blockchain. We then feed this information into our data analysis stack, which, by using machine learning and advanced mathematical models, calculates the real value. Most of our elements will be open sourced, and our system will be moving to full decentralization to preserve transparency. We will incentivize and empower users to easily collect and get rewarded for the data they own. They are content creators. That's interesting. I mean, you know, interesting. I mean, at first glance, I don't know. I'll have to go into the numbers a bit more. Tokens for sale, 4.2 billion. All right. I mean, it seems like people are digging it. Great team and vision. Best of luck, guys. You know, as far as I don't know. I mean, at first glance, and this is typically what I do, like when an ICO approaches me, like, hey, will you talk about us? Will you review us? I just kind of dig around a little bit. And at first glance, I get kind of an impression. Like if they emailed me and they're like, hey, could we pay, would you be interested in a review? I would like glance at it. I would look and I'd be like, look, all right, at this point right now, I'd be like, all right, here's my fee. Cause I mean, I like what I see enough that I'll take an interest. And if you agree to my terms, I'll look deeper into it and I'll review it from here. But I don't know. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about it. I've never been a car guy. I know that there's like Carfax and stuff. So, yeah, Vin is miles behind carVertical. Supo's been all over this. That's cool. I bought credits today. 1,000x. I'm going to be rich. carVertical is never going to be a massive gainer, but I could see it being worth $1 to $10. I mean, that's a big gain when you're talking about, you know, how many coins there are. I mean, that's huge. So, Vin chain is slop, world government, PayPal, 50K costs a couple $100. I mean, look, you know, when you're talking about, so, oh my gosh. So, wow, it is super, super cheap, isn't it? You know, like, I'll probably, like, where's this trading at? On KuCoin? I mean, I'd probably pick some up. I mean, look, I've been hearing about it forever, and let's face it, you know, when the buzz is that big, like the volume is super low though. $131,000 in 24-hour volume. It's not very high, folks. It's up almost 5%, but I don't know. I mean, I would put like at least, I don't know, I might get like $500 worth just to mess with it, sit on it for a year, see what happens. Why not? Like I'm going to look into it deeper before I do. So if I do buy some, once I've done some reading, it'll probably be tomorrow before I've really dove into it. But yeah, you know what I want to do? I want to look at SyncFab and see where they're at right now. Oh, they're doing real well there. SyncFab token sale ends in 9 days. Okay, 5%. Wow. SyncFab's done 15,000 Ethereum. Hardcap's 33. They've got 9 days left in the token sale. MFG token sales live. Revolutionizing hardware manufacturing with blockchain. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember where they were when I was first talking about them, but it looks like they're making some pretty solid ground in doing pretty well. Benefits to hardware innovators. I liked SyncFab. I think it's going to do real well. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, they're doing it, man. Let's see what's going on in chat. So, man, we've been on here about an hour. Just throw 200 at it. I mean, I might, why not? That's the thing. I mean, when you've got a really good idea and you've got and the coins are that cheap, it's worth throwing a few $100 at it. I mean, in my opinion, cause it's like, why not? I mean, you can spend a couple $100 on a night out. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem throwing a couple $100 in something, even at first glance like that, just kind of checking out a little bit, on one website at those kind of prices. I mean, all somebody has to do is have a rosy fart and the freaking thing's going to go up. Even if it goes up double where it's at, when you're talking about that number of coins, you can make some money. $10 carVertical will make millionaires. What's the chatting? It's so low now. Yeah, it is. It's very, very low. Jason, out of all of the ICOs that you have looked at, what do you think could 1,000x in 2018? Man, I'll tell you right now, it's like, I'll tell you this. The ICOs that have the biggest potential for 1,000x gains are new blockchains, in my opinion. And those are primarily what I look at. I look for new blockchains. I like credits. I talked about credits a while ago and some others. I didn't like the exchange it was on, or I'd already owned some. I found the exchange personally just like a little, I don't know, awkward, and I didn't feel comfortable using it for whatever reason. So I haven't bought any credits. I want them. I want some. But yeah, I mean, I don't, is it going to be 1,000x? I don't know. If it is, I'm probably not going to see any of it, because until it hits exchanges, or other exchanges, I'm probably not going to be picking any up. It's really hard to say what's going to hit 1,000x. I mean, that's such a big number. But I feel like any solid, any Nucleus Vision, I see a lot about that, but I haven't done a lot of digging on Nucleus Vision yet. Infrastructure projects are solid. Here's the one thing, and this is one of the reasons why I'm actually really excited about my interview coming up with Alex Mashinsky, not to keep bringing up his ICO. I'm not trying to milk a cow or anything. I mean, they're not paying me every time I talk about it. I just really dig what this guy's doing. But he has, in some of his videos that I was telling everybody to watch earlier, he talks about how, I almost wish I had it ready to pull up and show you guys, but I wasn't planning on talking about it. He has this video where he talks about how, in all other forms of innovation, it's typically not like in our situation, like the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, these initial foundational building blocks. It's not them that do the best or the most in terms of money and value and worth and all this other stuff. But it's the tiers that come after. It's the businesses and the innovation that comes using this nucleus of vision and expanding on that to reach the masses is kind of in a nutshell what I got out of his whole philosophy and his way of explaining things. And so, realistically, what are going to be the big gainers? It's like, yeah, foundational platforms, things like that, they're solid. But I still, like, according to Alex, he believes, that we haven't even seen yet those big major gaining ICO platforms, that technology or that idea or that concept that literally reaches millions or even 1 billion people. And that's what I'm interested in seeing. And that's honestly what I'm looking for. Like I'm telling you guys right now, like, I don't care if you guys are into the whole Celsius Network ICO. Check out the review and then watch this guy's videos. Listen to this guy talk. I'm telling you, I saw some comments after that review, and and a bunch of people were like, man, I just spent like the last 2 hours watching this guy's video and I feel like my IQ just shot up. You're like, it's interesting stuff. And if you want to get an idea as to what some of these big, high dollar, powerful visionaries are talking about, I'm really looking forward to the interview. Make sure you guys tune into that. Hey, Crow just got here. Wondering if you could take a look at Kanya Coin sometime and let us know your thoughts. I'm not affiliated with it. Just ran across it the other night and kind of liked it. All right. Well, I'll look at it real quick. And then I'm probably going to cut this. Is that how it is? Kanya. Kanya coin. 57 cents. Ooh, man. Must have been some big bonuses at ICO because it looked like it got dumped on everybody's heads. Oh, wow, this was right at the market crash. So everybody took a huge hit there. So, okay, interesting. So it was almost $5 at one point. Well, it was pretty much $5 at one point. KuCoin, it's on costs, exchange. $271,000 last 24 hours. So 317,000 in total trade volume. So what can you tell me about Kanya Coin? The world's best blockchain, powered marketplace of services. I don't know. I'll take a look. 6,200 active, 62,000 Facebook page followers. Interesting. 12,000 Twitter. Got a bunch of high marks from a lot of the websites, so that's cool. A global P2P marketplace of services powered by blockchain. Kanya gives you the freedom to hire local experts and skilled professionals. Okay, I've seen other stuff like this. I think I actually reviewed one that was very similar. So that's interesting. So it got as high as almost $5 a coin. Trustless payments. At first glance, it doesn't look bad. I don't know who's on the team or who's doing anything, but I mean, it's already on the, oh, okay, Jesus. All right. There they are. Lots of people involved in this. CEO of Endorse. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, Gladius. Okay. Gladius looked pretty strong. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look bad. Obviously, I mean, it looks legitimate, if anything, but I don't know. I'd have to do a little bit more digging, which, and keep in mind, when I'm going through an ICO, man, I actually read the white papers and I actually go through and let's see how long this is. Yeah, it's probably about 50 pages. 39. All right, close enough. So, but I actually read through these and I really dive in deep, man. That's why, like, when I'm doing like the ICO reviews and stuff, if I've got a few lined up, that takes up a lot of time because I like to really go through everything, understand what's happening, what are they doing, what kind of changes are they. I like to take it all in and then I sum everything up with some points and that's it. So, Bounty X, any good? I thought Bounty X was pretty cool. I wanted to invest in Bounty X, but at the time I couldn't. Otherwise, I'd own some. Jason, hello from New York City. How do you see Cardano going from here on? Did you check up on why the struggle to move up? Honestly, I did try to do some looking around. I mean, it's same old shit. Like, Charles is just running around from city to city talking at different conferences and to different groups of people, but nothing, I didn't find anything significant. I know that there was some big meeting and all that, but I haven't really found a whole hell of a lot. I don't know what's going on with Cardano. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, I did do some looking, I think I did some yesterday, and I was looking the other night, and there just isn't a whole lot happening, and that's probably why. I went and I looked at their roadmap, and they have been making some advancements. Let's see. They have been making some advancements in their roadmap. Where are you? Here we go. I mean, I'm waiting for new. Let's see what's new. Cardano Shelly update video. Okay, so I haven't watched that, but I need to. Shelly decentralized, but I want open Ouroboros. So we're about 75% into the progress of Ouroboros. When this gets closer to, 90%, and we start getting closer to seeing an actual Ouroboros launch, I think that's when we're going to start seeing some significant increase in Cardano. But how long is that going to take? That's the question. It's because I see this really starting to take an upward spike when you can start staking it and increasing your position. So it's just a matter of how long is that going to take. Like, I am looking at this as an opportunity here very soon, where I might even do it tomorrow. But I'm probably going to probably double my Cardano position. Look, is it going to hit $100 in 2018? Probably not. It's a pipe dream, honestly. But I'm one of those people where I'm like, look, if I really believe in something, it's like, if you put it out there, it's like, you shoot for the stars, and if you land on the moon, cool. That's how I look at stuff. Some people take me way too literally. But at the same time, you never know. You never know what's going to happen throughout 2018. How much new money is going to come into the market? How much institutional money is going to enter the market in 2018? And where is that money going to go? Anything is possible. Like, it is still literally anybody's game in crypto space right now. So to say that it can't get to $100 in 2018, it's probably not very possible. Okay, let's face it. But you never know. So that's how I feel about Cardano right now. I still love it. I still love the coin. I'm still all about it. I'm still extremely bullish on it. There just isn't a whole hell of a lot going on. These guys are developing stuff, and yeah, I think they're taking their time, but it's going to happen. Cardano it's a long-term hold, guys. Like, that's all there is to it. I didn't buy it expecting to make money. I mean, shit, I bought it at like 30 cents, told the world about it. It went up to as high as $1.30. So, like, could I have taken profit? I could have taken profits at that point, but you guys know how I roll. I just hold it. I'm not bothered by the fact that it came back down to 29 cents. It's going to go back up. I'm very confident in that. And that's the thing, guys. It's like, we'll be out in Q2. Yeah, if Ouroboros comes out in Q2, you're going to see some huge gains in Cardano. And honestly, by Q2, Bitcoin's probably going to be 14, 15 grand too. That's my guess. But $100 next year, maybe. Maybe. No, I don't know anything about that. Kaizai. Do you have that video on blockchain Bitcoin? Said it would scare you a bit. Oh, I'm not. Here's the thing about that. These guys offered to pay me, and I'm like, all right, well, first of all, why do you want to pay me? And what do you want to pay me? Like, why do you want to pay me to put out this video? And the more I thought about it, you like how Credits is doing. I don't even know what Credits is doing. I'll take a look though. Ooh, man. See, when I was attempting to buy that, it was at like 50 cents. Now it's at like 76. Damn. I mean, that's nice, but I mean, wow, $6.8 million in trade volume. I mean, that's significant. But I see a lot of pump going on. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but something tells me this will probably, I'm guessing this might come down at some point, and then maybe I'll snag some. I want to see it on a different exchange, though. I don't like that IDEX exchange, and I don't know anything about TIDEX either. So I don't know. When it gets to it, with that kind of money, man, they should be on a real exchange. Not that IDEX isn't a real exchange. It was very just awkward for me, and I just didn't feel comfortable using it. I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Yeah, I don't even remember what the hell I was saying. I just saw a big orange box pop up, and I thought I would address it. Supo has been pumping. Well, if Supo Man's pumping it, then, yeah, anything's possible. I mean, this thing, credits will dump soon. Don't worry, LOL. Yeah, I don't know. I expect it to. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, this is a pretty steady pump, but this is a big pump nonetheless, I think. Wow, so this started around 24 cents. I mean, that's pretty solid. Greetings from Miami, Florida. Did you check out STQ? No. First marketplace in cryptocurrency is coming up this month on exchanges. No, I've not looked at that. TIDEX is better than IDEX, is it? Well, that's cool. I might look into that. I didn't even bother looking at it. Superman talked about it today, and it jumped 26 cents. Wow. Dude's got some power, man. He still needs to do this interview with me. Maybe once he sees my interview with Alex, and I think I told you guys that the co-founder of LinkedIn, he's working on a project and he wants me to interview him as well. I really want to do a lot more interviews. Like if I could do, this is a good question for you guys, and then I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to eat some more of my Nutella. Look at this stuff. I am cleaning this jar. But are you guys more interested in ICO reviews or interviews with ICO CEOs? What would you find more interesting or more helpful to you? Interviews, reviews, or both? Like if I'm going to review an ICO, I should probably do an interview with the CEO as well. One or the other. Oh, you guys really want me to work, don't you? Interviews, both. Reviews, interviews, 50-50, both. Oh, boy. Oh, man, you guys are killing me. Anything, man, just fucking rant. I got my rant out for the day, man. I got my rant out. I really hope that whole PayPal thing works out because they really had no business taking my money. EVE Online videos. Oh, that would be fun. I would love to play EVE, but I actually logged in. I logged in last night just to see who was online, but I just didn't have time. I don't have time to play. That game is so involved. So it looks like, the majority of you want both reviews and interviews. So I will try. I will try to make both happen. Personally, I would like to be able to interview CEOs before I review their ICOs. I mean, look, I've been high on this Alex Mashinsky all day. I was up late last night reading about him, watching videos about him and all that. I was super pumped about interviewing this guy this morning. I'm kind of like on this guy's jock a bit, but but if his ICO was crap, I would have said it. I would have flat out been like, look, this guy's great, but I think he's wasting his time. I don't know. But I think everything he's doing right now is pretty exciting. And I'm definitely looking forward to interviewing him. So we'll see. How's your hormone therapy going, Jason? Man, I'm here. It's 11:30. I've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes, and I feel good. I've got maybe 7% left. Man crush. Yeah, Alex Mashinsky. We need to figure out how to get into this one. I am going to be interviewing him. I told his people today, so many mind boggles. Yeah, powered by Nutella. Yeah. Here's product placement. They haven't paid me a dime, but I loved it. So the last time my wife got one of these jars, my kids ate the entire thing in a weekend, and I was so pissed. So I took this and smuggled it into my bed, into like the bedroom, and like when my wife's sleeping, that's why if you can't see it, but it's only all that's left in this thing is as far as I could reach with my middle finger, because that's what I do at night. So, but anyway, reviews only. Interview someone who wants to start an ICO. Actually, I just had somebody email me wanting me to potentially be an advisor for them, because they're working on this whole big ICO thing, and they're not even very far, and they just want some help. So I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Jason, any opinions on ACT as a platform? It looks pretty. I don't know anything about that one. Reviews after you interview. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to review the CEOs and then interview the ICOs. That's what I'd like to do. So, yes, I have a problem. It's called a spoon. Big Crow, use it. Yeah. I'm telling you, this stuff, I would rather eat this stuff than a chocolate bar, and I'm not even kidding. I used to be like a Hershey's nut. I don't even care about it anymore. I love my Nutella. No judgment, Nutella. It's effing fantastic. It really, really is good stuff. And I'll eat it with like crackers. Anything that I can scoop it with, I'm good. Like, I don't care what it is. I do love it. We need to get Crow 100K sub plaque. That would be cool. I feel, I got to be honest. I feel like because I haven't been talking about Profit Trailer as much, and I have been doing more ICO reviews, and I don't like today. Like, I've never had this few people in chat. Like, I appreciate every one of you guys that's here, but I don't know if it's like just I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It's like the whole market is kind of blah today. Like, everything is just shit today, and it's like, I don't know. Hey, what is your thought on Electroneum? It's going to hit KuCoin soon and go crazy. Can you please check it out? By the way, it has a team. I invested in Electroneum. I bought Electroneum at ICO for a penny. I like it. I think it's actually really cool. And they're supposed to be launching their mining thing. So it's still at 7 cents. I mean, this hasn't budged in a while. So this has been hanging at 7 cents for the most part. I mean, for a month, really. Which is actually a good sign. I mean, to me, because if you look, trading volume has been 2.7 million. Like, this sucker's trading all over the place, trading back and forth. But, right at the market crash with everything else, it was, I think it was like 18 cents or something. Hold on, 19. It was higher than that. Maybe it was like 23. I can't get to it. It won't let me. But I like Electroneum. I like it as a marketing thing more than anything, but I like it as a gateway to crypto for kids. And I think I reviewed, didn't I? I either reviewed Electroneum or it was like why I bought Electroneum. I can't remember. Maybe not, but I know I've talked about it. Mobile Miner started today. Did it really? I don't even have my phone down here. My phone, I'm going to have to check. Is Mobile Miner... Hold on. Oh, boy. Oh, coming soon on the App Store. Apple sucks, man. Can't get anything on Apple. Like, well, you can, but it takes forever. Android gets everything first. It just sucks because I don't like the OS. I love my Apple products. I really, really do. Man, well, my daughters, they have Android, I think. Or maybe I think they actually all got new iPhones for Christmas from their mom. I don't know. What about Siren Labs token? Was it pumped and dumped today? I don't know, but I'm happy to take a look. It's 6 cents. Doesn't look like it. Man, I mean, it was doing pretty well for a minute, though. It's crazy how the entire market just took a huge dump. Like, everything all at the same time just went to hell in a handbasket. Interview Charles Hawkins. I would like to, and I put it out there. I even emailed his team, and I'm like, I'd love to interview Charles. But I don't know. Your take on BitDegree? I love BitDegree. I love Udemy. Like, I think BitDegree needs to really start expanding. and kind of getting things moving right along. But I like long term, I really like BitDegree as kind of Telcoin got raped and pillaged, man. Really? What do you mean? 0.003 cents. Interesting. What was it high? It was, oh, that's true. Yeah, about 1 penny. That was back in January. And Telcoin trade volume's low. Telcoin, I haven't looked at I need to remind myself of their roadmap and what's going on with them. But again, I'm not like everything that I buy, I hold. Like I still have all my Telcoin. I still have everything. Look, I can make money playing the swings. I could be selling at profit at I could be doing all that stuff. But I don't know what it is. I just feel more comfortable just holding everything, and it's funny because I was actually talking to my lawyer and, we're talking about all the different stuff that I'm doing, and we were talking about things that, people say and do on YouTube. And he was like, he gave me an example. He was like, what? He goes, because technically pump and dumps are illegal. Okay. So if somebody is pumping and dumping a security, even if it's a cryptocurrency, it's still considered a security. If it's considered a security and you're pumping and dumping it, that is illegal. Like the SEC will come down on you. And technically speaking, we were talking about, I'm like, well, I don't do pumps and dumps. Like I'll buy a coin and then I'll tell everybody why I bought it. You know what I mean? But I don't buy a coin, tell everybody about it, and then sell it off at a profit. I don't play that shit. I hold everything. Everybody knows it. That's what the whole Crow Your Coins mantra is all about. And he goes, okay, I get that. That's fair. But he goes, have you ever bought a coin, talked about it on your channel, the value went up, and did you even sell maybe 100 coins at profit? And I'm like, honestly, no, I haven't. Like, that's not what I do at all. I hold everything. I'm too lazy. But I talk about coins because if I think something's really cool, I want to tell people about it. That's it. The only thing that I do now that I didn't necessarily do early on was, people are willing to pay me to talk about their ICOs now, as opposed to me just, talking about random stuff. And typically before I did the ICO reviews, I typically really talked more about exchange coins, which apparently I might need to start doing more of because it seems like some of you guys like that more. So maybe if I can come up with a happy medium, because I bought like 5 coins recently I haven't even talked about yet. So I plan on doing that soon. I did buy some Zilliqa. I bought some Blockport. I bought, what else? I bought a few different things. I can't even remember. I bought some Nano. I did buy some Fusion. I bought, I bought one that I found that I was like, it's kind of weird, but I just picked some up. So yeah, BitDegree is really good. 30 million users. What about co-vesting? Co-vesting's doing really well. I already know that is. I own some co-vesting. Lots of hype about Theta. I reviewed Theta. I talked about Theta, I think, when I bought it. So yeah, I'm all about Theta. I have been for a while. If you're new to this channel, like go through my old videos. I talk about a lot of these coins when I buy them. Campus coin, I don't know anything about, but if it has to do with college and it's a legit team, it'll probably do well. If you remember, Facebook was started on a college campus, basically grew organically. Excited about Ethos Wallet? Yes, I am. Hey, Jason, what do you think about Narrative ICO? I don't know anything about Narrative. They switched their ICO to Neo from Ethereum. Thoughts? Put to charity. I don't know what that means exactly. Crow, have you taken any profit from the various ICOs and altcoins you acquired? Any thoughts on when you would? I honestly haven't. I really haven't. I just, because the way I see it, some of it is sentimental, to be quite honest with you. I mean, you guys know what a big lush I am, so that, or not lush, but some of it is sentimental. Like, I could sell pretty much any ICO coin I've ever bought at profit right now, even when everything's taking dumps. Like, I can still sell at profit. Why? Like, I don't expect anything I've invested in to disappear. And if I lose one for whatever reason, it turns out to be, I don't know, anything can happen in crypto space, right? But yeah, some of it, like I've even bought crappy ICOs way before I knew crap about what I was doing or looking for or anything else, and they're at 300% profit. Why sell them? Like I just like holding it. I mean, especially, long term, there are a lot of coins that I bought early on with really long roadmaps. And to me, there's just no reason for me to sell them off. I'm probably going to hold them on beyond 2018. Like if some of the coin, like there are some coins, like exchange coins to me are a different story. Like if I buy something at an exchange, then there's a chance I might flip those at profit. But even still, I'm not going to do it until I've held them a year. That's just my own personal thing. That's what the whole grow your coins thing is all about. So yeah, I mean, I basically plan to hold everything for at least a year. Like, here's the thing. I get very like with all the laws and like when I first started this channel, there was no real regulation whatsoever. There was nothing. It was just craziness. And I'm trying to learn as much as I can about the taxation system with crypto, the regulations, how funds operate and how securities are figured out and what is a secure, like all of this stuff. I'm trying to learn as much of this stuff as I can, just because I just love. What did you gain the most from? Oh, that's a good question. I don't really know. I haven't even checked, and my phone's not even down here to know, to be honest with you. I've done pretty well on a lot of them. I would say probably one of the best, off the top of my head, I think one of the biggest ICOs that I bought into that stands out for me was Icon, because I think I got Icon at 11 cents. Let me see what it is right now. I haven't even looked in a while. It's at $3.53. That and Dragon Chain. But Dragon Chain now, it's like, it took a huge hit, and I don't really know why. I think maybe the hype it lost its hype. It's at $1.60. I think we got it at like $1.25 or something like that. But I would say those two coins are probably the biggest gainers so far. I could be crazily mistaken on that, but I would have to double check to be sure. Brian Q, I don't really know a lot about Encash, honestly. A bunch of people have been bringing that up lately, though. Oh, Nucleus Vision, okay. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of digging into Nucleus Vision. Here's the thing, like if I see a lot of other YouTubers talking about a particular coin, for whatever reason, it's like I try to keep up on what other people are saying and talking about and doing, because here's the thing, if I then turn around and start talking about the same stuff, then people are like, oh, you're copying this person and that person. Like Superman. I love Superman's videos, and I like watching him just because to me he's entertaining, and I think he's very educational. I think he's very informative. But I don't like talking about the same stuff he does, because everybody, knows that I enjoy watching Superman's videos, and I do learn, and I learn about new ICOs from him all the time, but I don't see the sense in, oh, well, Superman talked about this. I learned about it from Superman, so now I'm going to go do my own video about it. Because I don't know, for whatever reason, that to me just sounds cheap. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that sounds cheaper than me doing a paid ICO review. Like, to me, it's like Superman does a really good job of ICOs, and so if he's already talking about it, I feel like, well, why reinvent the wheel? So, Dragon Chain still looks really good. I think so too. I mean, everything I've ever bought into, I feel looks really good. I mean, there's, I see a lot of potential. So, thought you used Profit Trailer. Doesn't that buy and sell every day? Oh yeah, you got me. You got me. I'm not crowing my coins, I guess. Come on, man. There's a difference. All right, guys, I've been on here an hour and a half. I hope you guys have had some fun. I hope it's been cool. I definitely enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Hey, Crow, love your channel. Do you have a current PT feeder for ETH? I did not see it on the latest download. Vincent, check out my Dragon Stain. That's terrible. Vincent, check out my video on crypto taxes, my interview with Scott Lovingood. That's going to teach you a lot of stuff about crypto taxes. I think we go into some of the LLC stuff and all of that. Crow, shave your head and keep your goatee. All right. Well, I'll think about that. Maybe I'll show up tomorrow and I'll be completely like shaven entirely. So have a good night. And I would play the theme song, but it's pretty late. It's midnight now at my house, and the kids are sleeping, and the wife is probably passed out as well. So thank you guys for everything. I will see you tomorrow. I know I've got a review to plan tomorrow. I've got another 5 minutes of crypto planned for tomorrow, and we'll see what else. Maybe I'll hang out again tomorrow night. So thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I am sorry that I have not been doing more quote unquote valuable free stuff recently, but I promise I'm working on it, and I'm probably going to be focusing on Profit Trailer this week. So I'll see you then. Thank you guys. Crow your coins. Love all of you.